Represented by his deputy, Senator Okuneyarayin, the governor described policy formulation as a means to an end and not an end in itself, noting that the aim of any policy should bring a holistic and sustainable national development.
Exchanging pleasantries with party faithful on arrival and acknowledging the contributions of the party hierarchy and other faithful to his emergence as the governor, Pastor Umoeno promised to run an administration that will be beneficial and rewarding to the people.
We bring you very warm thanks, and we will do the best we can by our actions to show that we are grateful. We will show that gratefulness in the policies and programs that we will bring to Akwa Ibom. How grateful we are by serving Akwa Ibomites with all our might. We will show how grateful we are by ensuring that we do our very best to bring development and to continue with the streams of development in Akwa Ibom.
He called on those who left the PDP for any reason to come back, as the party is willing to receive with them for a strong Akwa Ibom.
We have faith in our party, so please, we will do everything we can to ensure that we stick together. Then across the state, another party come on here. Please, we want development for our state. Anyone that God will use to bring us development, we will clap for the person. We will work with the person.
Describing the governor's visit as a welcome development, the state chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Elder Kanakwan, commended the governor's performance since his inauguration into office, describing it as sterling, and announced that the PDP in the state has set up a reconciliation committee of reconciling all aggrieved members who left the party. Elder Akpan promised the party's continuous support to the Governor Umoeno's administration to enable him deliver on his campaign promises.
Let me, on behalf of the entire party structure, appreciate you for what you are doing in just 1 month. We are very happy, Your Excellency. We are excited because you are an ambassador, the #1 ambassador of our party. PDP has been in Akwa Ibom right from 1999, and we are 24 years, and we are still going strong. By next year, we'll be celebrating 25 years of governance of PDP.
Governor Umoeno acknowledged the patriotism of Senator Itainang, commended him for attracting the Federal College of Education to the state. The governor said he will work with people across party lines in order to attract more developmental projects to the state.
I'd like to thank the distinguished senator for succeeding at last to take something back home. It's development for our people, education for our people, job creation for our people. And for me, this is what it should be, that our sons and daughters, wherever God has placed them, should let's walk in sync to ensure that we'll have the dividend of democracy. Because it's one of the things we've actually been talking about, that we can work together wherever we are, across party lines. And when it's time for politicking, we can do politics without bitterness.
To enable the smooth takeoff of the federal institution, the governor gave directives.
Within the next 2 weeks, I'm sure we'll get this, and the SSG will carry on this conversation. The permanent secretary, Minister of Education is here. So if there is any, what I like to bring people together like this is to break any barrier and to break whatever bureaucracy so that we can get our children to school as quickly as possible.
Presenting the document approving the establishment of the federal institution to the governor, Senator Itainang said that the new institution will be housed by the Presbyterian Senior Science School, Idide, Ibionibum local government area, adding that it has enough expanse of land for both.
Your Excellency, I'm here to formally inform you that the federal government has established Federal College of Education in Idide, Ibiono in Akwa Ibom State to take off from the facility of the existing Presbyterian Senior Science School, Idide, in Ibionibom, and to allay the fears of the community and others, because last week we were there, the population of the school there is very enormous. We want to assure you that the federal government does not intend that the school should be relocated or taken away, because there are very many facilities there that can host.
Patience John, Akbc News.
Represented by his deputy, Senator Okuneyarayin, the governor described policy formulation as a means to an end and not an end in itself, noting that the aim of any policy should bring a holistic and sustainable national development, verifiable economic growth, and improved standard of living for the citizenry. He said the success story of the NIPSS was a testament to the fact that it was not altogether a hopeless situation in Nigeria.
Nigerians must learn to see administrations which have the courage to sustain good policies of their predecessors as strong, not weak, and smart, not foolish. It is against the ground that the Arise agenda of the current administration, led by Pastor Mo Obaseno, among other objectives, emphasizes continuity of important state policies and completion of inherited but uncompleted projects.
The Director of Research NIPSS, Professor Don Pamshire, who led the delegation, commended the state government for the opportunity granted them to research on the theme Industrialization, Enemy Security and Climate Change, commending the noticeable interventions of the state government and World Bank in addressing the problems of the citizens.
The President expects that we conduct this assignment. We'll write a report and we'll submit the report to him at the end of the conclusion of the study. We also have a gender center. We just established a gender center. We should be able to send it on for training as well. And any specific tailored training you want us to do.
The study tour team presented a souvenir to the state government. Utumi Maukun, Akbc News. Represented by his deputy, Senator Okuneyaranyi, the governor described policy formulation as a means to an end and not an end in itself, noting that the aim of any policy should be holistic and sustainable development, verifiable economic growth, and improved standard of living for the citizenry. He said the success story of the NIPSS was a testament to the fact that it was not altogether a hopeless situation in Nigeria.
Nigerians must learn to see administrations which have the courage to sustain good policies of their predecessors as strong, not weak, and smart, not foolish. It is against this background that the Arise agenda of the current administration, led by Pastor Obaseno, among other objectives, emphasizes continuity of important state policies and completion of inherited but uncompleted projects.
The Director of Research, NIPSS, Professor Don Pamshire, who led the occasion, commended the state for the opportunity granted them to research on the theme, industrialization, enemy security, and climate change, commending the noticeable intervention.
Study group to the state, the permanent secretary said the state government is pleased to have them embark on their study on industrialization, energy security, and climate change in the state. She said the state government looks forward to the outcome of their study and the implementation of their findings.
On the drive to continually industrialize our nation, efforts should be made to guarantee energy security while considering the global trend of transiting from fossil fuels to renewable energy. Akwa Ibom State is indeed to achieving.
The leader of the delegation, Professor Dong Pansha, said they were in the state to embark on a research on industrialization, energy security, and climate change, saying the outcome of the study will help the country make decisions that will aid government achieve the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2030.
As a country, we need to industrialize. As a country, we need energy security. As a country, we need to pay attention to climate change. So we are advocating that we must pay attention to issues around energy and issues around climate change. So, Mr. President felt that we should do more work.
There was an interactive session between staff of the ministry and participants of the study group.
Oil has more gas than even oil. So most of the companies coming into the gas, companies coming in here, coming to the use of oil and petroleum crude for this new session. We are indeed very grateful. We want to thank you.
Mercy Ekere, Akbc News.
This is our home, where we all belong. The place where life is beautiful. The peaceful ambience we enjoy when we live together in unity and love. Akwa Ibom, it's on a man and you know. We go stand together, we go make them better. We be brothers and sisters, no matter where we be.
Presenting the cash grants to the 100 women selected across the 3 local government areas of the state, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Dr. Nessa Sani Guazo, said the empowerment is geared towards making women in the country self-reliant and to be able to contribute to their households. He said the present administration is interested in the growth of women, noting that when a woman is developed, the nation will prosper, charging the beneficiaries to make judicious use of the cash and the skills acquired.
The Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development has as one of its mandates the formulation and implementation of their focused social inclusion and protection programs in Nigeria. It will be appropriate to mention here that this program is targeted at 100 internet-displaced persons to be drawn across the elected local government areas in Akwa Ibom State.
The Permanent Secretary, Akwa Ibom State Minister of Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Mrs. Margaret Edem, thanked the federal government for choosing Akwa Ibom as one of the benefiting states for the empowerment program. Mrs. Edem said over the years, Akwa Ibom State government has placed premium on the development and inclusion of women to governance, promising that the gesture will be properly utilized.
The sure way to empower people is not just to give them fish, it's to give them nets that will also enable them to fish, so that when the other fish that you give to them finish it, they will not come back to beg you for fish. I'm sure this is what the Federal Ministry, in collaboration with the Ministry of Women Affairs, is doing today. And that's why we are really grateful in Akwa Ibom to be beneficiaries of this program. And not only this, we have other programs through the Ministry of Humanitarian that we are benefiting in Akwa Ibom.
Some of the benefits government for the empowerment.
We really appreciate what you have done today for the women of Akwa Ibom State.
I'm a youth, no women. So may come all the federal government for your support. And my support ke afrewo. May promise that ke akoke mwere no me ke na be no come na me tim ban no ire.
The women were later trained by different resource persons on soap production, tailoring, guillotine, tie and dye, as well as body lotion production. Iyagino Paul.
The Vice-Chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Yaudon Dayo, noted that the gathering was prompted by the need to commit the second half of the year to God, as well as pray against untimely death in the university. Professor Dayo, who acknowledged prayer as the only weapon that can move mountains of sickness and untimely death, opined that God is the closest helper and one that is permanently available to deliver those who call upon him. He enjoined members of the university community to always wait upon God, whom he does as a present help in times of need.
We wouldn't have gathered the way we have gathered if there was no reason. The reason is that we are here to cry unto the Lord, our helper. Is a closest helper, the one that is permanently with us, that we can call upon, can stretch our hand and invite in the time like this. And I know that when we are, as we are here and we are in one accord, we cry unto him, he will answer us.
In a sermon, Pastor Emmanuel Ekbo of the Apostolic Church, who preached on the theme, A Secure Hiding Place, noted that God is a shelter of safety, a hiding place from storms of life, sickness, temptation, difficulty, and trials.
Pastor Ekpo revealed that the devil always looks for opportunities to destroy, adding that Jesus Christ came to deliver and preserve from the arrow of sickness and death.
Your eyes want to secure your future. Why don't you go to the Master Jesus? A man shall be as an island place. He will hide from the tempest. He will hide us from the what? The wind. And that man, if you look at Jeremiah chapter 23 verse 5, is qualified to be who? Our Master and our Lord, Jesus Christ.
The service featured prayers, hymns, praise and worship, and thanksgiving.
Chocolate is one of the most popular food in the world. Chocolate can be used as dessert for cakes, pudding, cookies, candies, snacks, and beverages. It can be molded into various shapes like eggs, hearts, coins, and used at different occasions. Chocolate is produced from cocoa seeds, which was originated in the and West African countries, including Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana. In the 21st century, 60% of countries from the world, including Nigeria and Akbc states, have cocoa in large quantities.
Is the leading agricultural export of Nigeria. It is massively grown in about 8 states of the Federation. In Akbc state, cocoa production has improved tremendously because of the intervention of the state government. Over the years, the state government have been supplying free cocoa seedlings to farmers and other agrochemicals and fertilizers. The state government has also embarked on constant training of farmers on best agronomic practices. The state government has also constructed a fermentation and drying center that help our farmers, and also warehouse for storage.
The question is, how is chocolate produced? Chocolate, according to a home economist, Dr. Akbc, is produced from cocoa beans, dried and fermented, after which the butter is extracted, addition of low sugar content and reduction of ultimate flavor. Dr. Ekpo enumerated the benefits of chocolate to be improvement of brain functions, to combat diabetes, stabilize the immune system, lowers blood pressure, protects the skin from the sun, contains some important elements like zinc and magnesium, benefits the bones, and it is very delicious.
They used to be bitter, but over a time, chocolate becomes sweetened and loved by everyone. And you can produce more of this chocolate using the powder. Chocolate is heart friendly. Chocolate helps people to solve difficult mathematics. Chocolate is to retain memory, recall things. Chocolate is good for lowering body mass index, shiny skins. Chocolate also improves your mood, keeps smiling at all times. Because of the endorphins, it helps reducing depression and other mental diseases.
With all these benefits, what do people in this part know about chocolate?
I like chocolate because I enjoy it, like Milo, Ovaltine.
And I have come to discover one particular chocolate they just produce now.
I enjoy chocolate, but yeah, I like it. The one bitter one, yeah. I think they use cocoa for it.
I like chocolate, but I don't really know what is it all about.
I love chocolate, like Milo, coffee, chocolate. Every Saturday, my father loves eating chocolate with us. We drink tea.
Okay, so you drink tea every Saturday?
Yes.
I don't know when I take that thing in my hand. I drink tea, but chocolate, I don't use it. I drink tea, Bonfita, Ovaltine. But chocolate, I don't like it. Chocolate is for children. For me, an old man, I don't drink it.
Vitamins, energy, acid, and iron.
I've not been introduced to such thing before. Based on where I was born.
Since it is an established fact that cocoa is used in producing chocolate and Nigeria has enough of it, when will Nigeria produce chocolate? Into agriculture, Mr. Emmanuel Akban.
With the aggressive production of cocoa in Nigeria, it is obvious that chocolate production will also increase in this country because we have what it produces chocolate. We have enough raw materials, so it is our hope that very soon chocolate companies will be established across the country.
Now that the benefit of chocolate is revealed, the reason perhaps the United Nations set aside June 7 every year to mark World Chocolate Day. It may be appropriate to consume chocolate, but in moderation, since too much of anything is a disease. So, buy someone chocolate today and don't stop the fun. Happy Chocolate Day. Eyageno Paul. Akbc News.
Now, we will go in the name of the Father, Amen. Son, Amen. The Holy Spirit. Amen.
Luck, smile, widow Mrs. Comfort Timothy from Uruwatai Ikorebo, Itamekbo local government area.
Now, we will go in the name of the Father, Amen. Son, Amen. The Holy Spirit. Amen.
Luck, smile on a widow Mrs. Comfort Timothy from Uruwatai Ikorebo, Itamekbo local government area, as retired DIG of police, Mr. Udomekbo Udom belt and handed over a one-bedroom bungalow to her. Handing over the bungalow to the widow, the retired DIG of police and chairman board of governors, Tower of Ivory Schools, Mr. Udomekbo Udom, said the gesture of giving back to the city. Mr. Ekbulom said as a stakeholder holder of Lions Club, it is his place to work towards the aims and objectives of the club, which is impacting positively on lives of destitutes and other less privileged in the society. The retired DIG used the opportunity to appreciate Governor Moeno for promoting small-scale businesses across party lines in order to foster development, expressing the hope that the governor will leave lasting legacies at the end of his tenure.
You are not doing it because you are very rich. You are not doing it because of politics. You are doing it mainly for God. Then I appeal to everybody that please, some of us can eat 3 times a day and throw away the others, surplus, away. Please, always remember your brothers and sisters.
Also speaking, Lady Dorothy Ekbudom enjoined well-meaning Nigerians to look out for the needy in the society and support at all times.
We started this building for this widow some few months ago, and it's a pleasure that without even calling people, all of you are here to witness the blessing of this building. Most of you living in this village happen to know this woman.
Other speakers commended Ekbudom for always giving back to the society, with family heads Friday Unanam and Kingsley Abia, as well as the beneficiary of the one-bedroom bungalow, Mrs. Comfort Timothy.
Amen.
And if you look at us at a morning, you let a man go in. I bought from Bakaram. I didn't mind one more for some man. I am my team. I'm now as much as anyone.
Yagino Paul, Akbc News.